Here we are in Lodi, California. Major bird watching expedition. They have the TV news here watching. And this place is surrounded by all sorts of wineries and wonderful photo opportunities for different types of birds. Okay.
Anyway, this is about 147 acres. Used to be a duck club. It's fed by Sycamore Slough over there. And to the west is the South Fork and the Tony River. Lodi Lake is fed by...
Let me check the fins. See if they have it ritually.
We've got another one about 107 acres in the north. We passed it when the big bus like this drove the way it is. The cars. If you can't hear me, let me know, because I tend to be a soft voice. Now, well, like I said, they pump water in here for 3 to 8 inches because the cranes don't swim. So they can't do, now herons and egrets, oh, by the way, believe it or not, that the DNA of the crane is closer to a mud hen or a coot. They're not a heron, they're not an egret. Those are completely different DNA.
A coot?
Coot, they're more closely related to the coot, or that's, since all of you are not bird watchers, I don't know if you know what a purple ganool is, or a common moorhen, but everybody knows what a coot is. Anyway, this road goes all the way down to Staten Island, and down at the end of this road, it's 22 feet below sea level. There's a levee holding back the river, and that goes. And over there is Staten Island. The only way you can get to Staten Island, you got to go about 15 million miles out of your way to get to it. So some people are going there.
You can hear them.
Yeah.
So anyway, there are some cranes. Okay, now cranes. How many family members we have together here?
Well, us.
Well, cranes travel in families. You can see 4 or 2 or 3 because they lay about 1 to 3 eggs, mostly just 2, and those are geese. Anyway, since big brother or big sister doesn't really like competition, a big brother or big sister will kill the younger one unless the parents separate them. As soon as they're cranes, when they hatch, they're ready to go. They're out of the nest because they only got a few months to get full grown to follow their parents down here.
How do they
Cranes don't, they have to learn.
As babies,
As babies, they come down here full grown, but they follow one parent and the other one will follow the other. See, younger birds, they have studied younger birds that are inexperienced parents. They don't separate the 2 children, and so the other one gets killed, and the other brother or sister will kill the less dominant one because one egg is laid first about 2 days before, and they're about the big as a fist. Of course, if you've got somebody like Shaq O'Neal's fist, it's a little bigger. The reason I mentioned Shaq O'Neal, well, his height of over 7 feet is about the wingspan of a crane. Crane are about 4 foot tall. How much do you think they weigh?
10.
Huh?
8 pounds.
Yeah, give that guy a shrew.
8 pounds.
Well, one time I brought this to be funny. I brought my David Orrick vacuum cleaner out here, which is about 4 foot tall. It weighed 12 pounds with dirt in it.
That was it.
How much do they weigh?
They weigh about, the lessers weigh close to maybe 6 to 8 pounds, and the graders 8 to 12.
Not that good to eat.
Now they're endangered here, so they're protected in California. But up on the Platte River in Nebraska, where they stage to go to their migration grounds south and north, there's about 500,000 to 1 million. Now, the greater sandhill cranes, you know where they nest at? Well, they just go up to the Klamath region and nest up there. And northeastern California and southeastern Oregon. Now the lessers, where do you think they travel to? Anybody speak Russian? They actually go all the way up to the tundra and up in the Aleutians and up in the tundra up in Siberia, and there are some that, like the 500,000. Well, they nest in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. The lessers go further north up into Hudson Bay and up in Canada. So you've got Canadian lessers, and those will go down and migrate down to Louisiana, New Mexico, and Texas.
Do any of them go to Arizona?
Yeah, I think a few do. Now there are about 200 or 300 lessers that go all the way down the Imperial Valley, and some even go into Mexico. Oh, I was in Michigan about in early October, and I saw about 6 cranes, and I said, "Oh yeah, they go down to Louisiana." Well, I was absolutely wrong, because we have a guy by the name of Paul Tibble that's going to be doing some about crane behavior, and he says no, the ones in the Upper Peninsula, they go to Florida. Now there are 6 subspecies of cranes, or 6 subspecies of sandhill cranes. You've got the lessers and the graders, which are, come from Northern California, Oregon, and the lessers. Then you've got a Mississippi one, and they don't migrate. And you've got one in Cuba, they don't migrate. Now you've got a Florida subspecies that they don't migrate, but they will probably intermix. They don't know if they mate together. The ones that in Florida, when they mix the migrants with the ones that stay there. Now, I've read where cranes in Florida will go in somebody's backyard and eat out of the bird feeders. They're not afraid of these human beings, but these cranes are. They're very afraid of them, because they're hunted. They're hunted in Canada. They're only protected here in the United States and on the West Coast. Now that's a family group of 4.
What is the difference between lessers?
Size. Size.
Where they come from?
Marking's the same. I could not tell one from another unless I was looking side by side. There are some that can tell by the bill and everything else. I'm not that sure.
But you won't find lessers mixed in.
Oh, you will. You can't. See, now one thing about sandhill cranes, when they migrate, they're like these big old black things of blackbirds and starlings. They do group together in migration, and they will stay together. But when they get to their breeding grounds, you better not go near them. And that means anybody, humans, other cranes, because they can kill a coyote. Because they have very sharp bills, and those big wings can deliver a real good blow, and they do have large claws where they dig up the ground. Now you'll see some of them are brown. They do paint themselves. They don't know why they do. There's speculation. Some say it's lice, some say it's for protection. They don't really know. So if you go to one of the lectures by Paul Tibble, you'll find out that that's what he,